If you run a Shopify store, chances are you're making at least one of these mistakes. And I'm not saying that to scare you, but these are mistakes I see again and again working with founders that are costing you speed, flexibility, and real money. So in this video, I'm breaking down the biggest mistakes I see on Shopify stores, and most importantly, how to fix them before they get expensive. If you're new here, I'm Blake Yeboah, founder of Futurist, where we help Shopify brands with their design and development needs. After working on stores across different industries and stages, I've noticed the same patterns over and over. Most of them are fixable, but only if you know what you're looking for. Let's start with the most common one, way too many apps. Most founders install app after app trying to add new features, and they don't realize each one adds code, scripts, and sometimes bugs. Worse, when you delete an app, the leftover code doesn't always go away. That bloats your store and kills your speed. What you should do instead is use apps only when they're essential, or replace them with built-in theme features or light custom code. And every few months do an app audit, look for tools you're not using, and remove them properly. The next mistake is theme bloat. A lot of founders switch themes like their outfits, or they've had 5 devs touch the same theme over 2 years. The result? You've got legacy code, unused templates, and random styling conflicts all over the place. What you should do instead is stick to one clean, performance-optimized theme. You should also remove any unused files and CSS. A simple structure equals a faster store, which equals easier to scale. Here's a scary one, making changes live with no backup. You don't want to hurt your customer's experience by accidentally breaking various pages across your store. The simple way to avoid this mistake is to always duplicate your theme before making changes, or use GitHub for version control if your team's technical. You can also use apps that track your theme file history, that way you can roll back if something goes wrong. If you're making dev changes with no safety net, you're just gambling. The next mistake is skipping QA before publishing. Some stores go live with broken product pages, missing images, or even checkout issues. And 9 times out of 10 is because nobody actually tested the site. What you should do instead is before you hit publish on any major changes, test it on mobile and desktop, check your cart and checkout flow, click on every button and form to make sure they're still working, and ask someone outside of your team to run through it cold. Bad UX doesn't just annoy people, it kills conversions. This next mistake is more common if you've worked with developers before, but it's hard coding everything. Founders work with devs who hard code everything from text, images, and page content directly in your theme's files. Now your marketing team can't update anything without going through that dev, and it just slows the entire process down. What you should do instead is use Shopify sections everywhere and use meta fields where needed. You should also set up dynamic content blocks so your team can change things without needing to touch code. Clean development makes your store more agile. The last mistake is store speed. Slow stores mean high bounce rates and low conversions. It's not just a dev problem, it's a revenue problem. What you should do instead is compress all your images before uploading them, use lazy loading, defer non-critical JavaScript, and avoid massive pop-ups on page load. Speed is not just about SEO, it directly affects your bottom line. Here's the real talk. Tech debt builds up silently. You don't notice it at first, but over time, it slows you down. Updates get risky, marketing experiments get delayed, and everything feels like it costs more than it should. Good tech choices up front don't just make your life easier, they help you grow faster with fewer blockers. If you're watching this and realizing your store might be in rough shape, don't stress. Here are 3 things you can do today. Run your site through PageSpeed Insights. This will give you some advice on how you can improve the speed of your store. Next, you can remove 1 to 2 apps that you're not currently using. And last, you can duplicate your currently live theme and use the unpublished theme for testing new changes. Tiny changes now can save you thousands later. If you found this helpful, drop a like and consider subscribing. I share Shopify advice just like this every week. I'm curious, how many of these mistakes have you made? Be honest, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys in the next one.